I think I missed the sink. There's a sink though. I think I missed the other sinks at the other side of the street. It sinked again. I haven't seen a sink in a minute. Since the intersection, I don't think I've seen a sink. So that's cool. They're right around the corner though. I hear these engine sounds. I hear these engine sounds that sound synced. I think that was a Syncmobile. Was he sync? Holy Syncmobiles, Batman. I hear an engine sound. Don't sink. Don't sink, bro. Don't sink. I think I maybe saw a sink car way down the street. This car looks synced. This might not be a long video, I don't know, but just wanted to say that it synced again. There's someone over here walking around making sounds. I don't know if they're doing it synced or not, but this car, I think, is synced. I think the car was synced at least. That was probably synced, I don't know. I don't know. What's not synced? I hear an engine sound right now. That sounds synced. I'm walking up to a street. Is it gonna sync right there? Is that synced at their door probably? Sounds like a sync engine. Here's the sync right now. Looks like a sync. What do you think? So we'll play the piano and sing some sync songs. Watch, they'll probably have a guy with a red shirt playing the piano. He's gonna be hogging the piano. Just because I said that, they're gonna have a guy with a red shirt and a guy at the one piano, and they're gonna have a guy with a blue shirt at the other piano. And they're gonna be playing synced with each other. They're gonna do a sync duet. Is it sync? Is it black, silver? sink. What?
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm sleeping on the street now.
You sleeping? Oh,
I
you sleep on the street?
I got kicked out from the link. I got out of SRP on the 10th. Went to the link, got kicked out. I went to the mission, got kicked out. Then I worked at IB. So I just stay here all night. My feet hurt. I didn't take a shower all this time.
Yeah.
So, so this be the situation.
Man, it sucks, man. Hope you find a place. What?
You just gotta sit right here.
Stay right here.
Sit here
Yeah.
and chill in the morning.
Well, hope you find something, man. See you later. Is it gonna sink? I think this car's lights just turned on when this pulled up. That car, I think his lights turned on synced. I don't know. Not sure, but it's probably gonna back up next to me. He's gonna back up next to me. It's starting to back up next to me. It started to back up. Now it's going. There it goes. It started to back up right next to me. This whitey's honking at the other white as I walk by. Is it a sink? What do you think? I think she was laughing. Was it a sink? Was it funny to sink? I saw a car away in the distance that looked sink. I think I heard that car beeping when I walked up. I saw a Domino's car in front of me synced. Damn. I think they're doing the sync things on the sidewalk up ahead of me. I don't know. Looked like they're pointing synced or something. Is it gonna sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. Just pointing again right now. Is it a sync point? Is it a sync point? Don't sync. I don't know. I don't know if she's sync pointing, but the one guy had a red shirt though. And it is Husker game day though, but you know, they sync with red shirts and they do sync and they drive by sync at red doors where they sync every day. Sync. The Tesla. It looks like like PlayStation 1 graphics car in a. Is it sync? It looks like a PlayStation 1 graphics car in a PS4 game. Like, it's just surrounded by cars that look regular. Looks like a sync. This car drove out, synced. This car is driving up right now. I heard an engine sound behind me. Hold on. Hold on, wait. I don't think it's sync o'clock yet. Oh, wait. It's always sync o'clock. Sync. This car's going to back up right now. This light's just turned on. Sync. Is it going to sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. Don't sync. Don't sync. Woo. Is it syncing? Is it going to take off right at the crosswalk? Is it a sync? Don't sync. No. It's like right after the crosswalk. Sync. 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 Alright, I'm done. Sync. Do they sync? I think I heard them talking sync before they walked up. I think they're walking up sync. I don't know. I think they're doing sync. And they're walking in. If they stop walking and then they start walking in when the green truck stops at the intersection. Is it sync? He's got one tail light, and he's syncing with the other silver, and this is silver too, I think. Silver sync. The sync. I heard an engine sound. He's got the red shirt. Heard an engine sound over there, like right when he was like opening his door. Is this gonna sync? Don't sync. Now it is Husker game day, so maybe he's got a red shirt because it's Husker game day, but he was sync though. So, are they all silver and black? There's a red car. Wait, I think that's a blue truck, maybe. Is it blue? Is this gonna be a red car? What's gonna happen now? Is it a blue? It's blue. Blue, red, sync. I hear a car honk, and then I hear a car honk over here. I heard a car honk over there. It's like honk, honk, and then a car over here was like honk, honk. Sync, sync. Are they gonna sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. Are you down with the sync? Oh, I was walking out of my apartment right before this video. I was walking out of my apartment, and this guy walked in front of my door right with a red shirt right as I opened my door to go out of my apartment in the hallway. And I was like, "Are you down with the sync?" And then he like knocked on somebody's door as I'm going like down the hallway, like as I'm turning out of the hallway. He's like doing that, and then when I come out, and then when I dump the trash, he's coming back out of the door of the building, his red shirt. Like he's just like Just right when I open the door of my apartment, he just like walks by really fast with a red shirt. And I'm just like, are you down with the sink? Ah. Black and then silver. And then sink. And then another black. And then he waits to drive until the black car pulls up. Doesn't it always just seem like people are waiting to drive until another car pulls up? Is this black too or silver? Doesn't it always seem like that? Like people are just sitting and waiting for another car to pull up that's the same color as it? I see someone walking out over there, I think, and I hear him going, woo, or whatever. Looks like a sink. I don't know about this guy yet. Is he synced? These cars look synced. Are they synced? Is it black and silver again? Is that what it's gonna be? I bet it's gonna be synced. They're both black. They're all black. They're coming out of the door as the black cars right in front of me. This is also black, I think. Or is it blue? I think it's blue. It's driving forward, or they're walking behind me. Or they're walking behind me. They're walking behind me as it's in front of me. Sync. Like they were like here when it drove forward. These are all black again, I think. Is this black too? Is this a dog walker? They just turned the corner, the ones that walked behind me. Walked around the corner of the building. Is this black too? I think they're syncing with the dog. Is this a sync? Is it all a sync? I think a sync. I hear an engine sound just over there. And then he's gonna come drive by me. The Whitey sync. It's the guy walking in front of me with his loud engine Whitey. The Whitey. And then this is white. And then the Whitey's making his engine sounds again. And then there's a car honking, hitting his lock button. And then he's gonna sink. The Whitey's making his engine sounds again as he turns. The Whitey sink. Oh, it's time to sink. Was that a sink? Woohoo! There's a car honking right as his car stops. A different car somewhere. I don't know where the honker is at. This car is driving as this is approaching me, and it looks synced. Looks like a sync. Parade of sync. Looks like a parade of sync. Is he gonna meet a red car with a blue car? I think this is a blue car too. Is it blue? Oh, is this a blue car? Did he meet a blue car with a blue car? I think it was a blue car. And I heard the the whatever thing it is. It's like, and it sounds like a tire screech. But I don't know what it is. But I call it the tire screech sound effect thing, because that's what it sounds like. I don't know what the machine is, but it syncs though. Every time I hear it, and it was synced. And it's always synced. And it's gonna sync. This car is coming up with this car and this car. Looks like a lot of sync. Like they were when this was driving by. It's the last car, you know. No. And then they're gonna sink. Then it's gonna sink. And then it's gonna sink. And then it's gonna sink. And then it's gonna sink. That car was in front of me with the other car at the same time in front of me. See. Oh, it's time to sink. Oh. I think she was yelling something at me. I think she was like, fucking let's sink. I'm a fucking sinkhead. And I'm mad at you because you're recording the sinks. I think she said something like that. I don't know. I see a one light. Is it sync? Is it black, silver, sync? Or wait, is that a blue car? I don't know. I think he was a one light sync. I think it's sync. Is it red with the blue? Is it blue with the blue? Is it sync with the blue? Is it gonna sync? Is it sync? Is it pink? Is it a pink sync? Is it a sync? This car is almost here as the red car right in front of me. And same with this car, like he's almost here as this drives in front of me. I don't know. Are they sync? Don't sync. Don't sync. That would be sync-tarded. There's people walking in front of me. There's a car that's almost here. Oh, he missed it. Is it supposed to sync? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not, man. I don't know. Was it a sync? Is this a sink? I think it's a sink. I think it's a sink. I think it's a sink. I just hear them talking. I think they're doing it synced. I don't know. Are they synced? Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. Please don't sink. They're getting across the street, right? This white drives in front of me. And then there's these other people walking up behind them that I think are synced with them. I think it's sync. Is it sync? Are they gonna walk in front of me synced? Don't do it. Don't sink. This car is driving right as he walks in front of me. Right as the first person walks in front of me. He's playing the piano as that person walked in front of me. I think it was sync. I think it's the Sinks. He's got a red shirt on the bike. I think he's a sink. He's got a dim taillight. I think it's sink. I think I saw a sink. I think I saw a tink. I did saw a tink. This car, I think he's got one lower light sink. I did saw a tink. It was tinked. I heard someone yell as they walked behind me. I heard someone over there like, oh! I hear an engine sound when this car drives in front of me over there. Is it sync? Hey, the moon looks crazy. Wish my camera could pick it up. It's a conspiracy, man. I think they came out with a red shirt synced. I'm not sure if they did, but I think they probably did. Cause, you know, red shirt sync. This engine sounds synced, and these cars look synced, and I think it's another red one. Is it red? It's red, sync. It's red, sync. Is this blue? It's not blue, but I hear a car starting as it drives in front of me. Is this gonna sync? It's got a red hat on. That's all I know. And it was a silver car right after the other silver car, so I don't know. This white truck's turning and sync. And then sync. And they're laughing in that car. And they look sync-tarded. And they look synced out of their minds. Oh. I think he pointed or something when he drove by. I didn't see the sync thing. Was it a sync point? What was the sync? What's the point? What's the point of the sink? Seems sink-tarded to me. Seems very sink-tarded to me. Huh? Was it sink? Sink. I didn't even hear this car coming. He's gonna turn and sink. They're both black cars. And I hear engine sound. And then orchestrated sink. Orchestrate a sink. This car's coming out in front of me as this car drives by me. Here comes a loud engine sound car right now as the Whitey's turning. Is it a sink? Is it sink? No. Is it time to sink again? I heard a car honk, honk, sink. Sink. Are they synced? I hear people yelling, sink. Oh, sink, sink. I hear a sink. I see a sink. It's time to sink. And they're walking by me as they're walking by me, and it was like there, I think it was a sink. Is it a sink? That is a 64. Is it a Whitey truck sink? I think it's a sink. I hear the other car's engine sound when they drive by me. Is it time to sink again? I think he synced. He closed the door, synced. And it's white, and he's gonna sink again. Oh, where's the sink? Where'd the sink guy go? Is he synced? Where'd the Whitey sink operator go? Is he a sink? This looks synced. They're just like walking alongside the whole bed, but I see a bunch of cars over there that look synced. Definitely a few of them. Is this a sink? I'm right here. No. I hear a car drive. I see blue and red behind me. I see the sinks. It's like as he's stopping at the stop sign and the blue and red drives out behind me. Duh. Time to sink. I hear engine sounds. There's Whitey. The engine sounds are over there though. This car is right now. It's synced. Sometimes I'll hear the cars coming, sometimes I don't. I was like, damn. it a synchrocycle? I see this light way in the distance. I don't know if it's synchronizing, but I feel like it is. I don't know. Is it synchronizing? I'm walking by the corner of the building when that car turns, and then he's gonna turn sync. I hear engine sound sync. It's that motorcycle again. Over there. He was driving by sync. Wait. Was it sync? Is this 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 sync? Boo! Is it time to sync? His car. I think I heard a dog bark. I hear a dog barking. That started when the engine sound when the car turns over there somewhere. Let me finish my sentence. Damn. The dog started barking when I got across the street. That's all I was trying to say. Fuck. Sing. Was it syncs back there? Probably a sync. I missed it. Was it sync? This Whitey's meeting that car at the intersection. And then, probably a black truck turning behind me as the silver car is in front of me. But yeah, why can't you record the moon with your phone? It's a conspiracy, man. They don't want us to record the moon. It's a conspiracy, man. I hear the engine sounds. Sync. Sync. Walking up sync. Is this a walker sync? Don't sync. I think it's a sync. I think it's a sync. Is this car a sync? I think it's a sync. Is it walking up sync? Is it walking up sync? Is it a sync? Don't sync. He's not walking by me at a sync place. I think he was synced though. I don't know. What do you think? This looks sync. This is probably sync. It's got bright headlights. Is it sync? I don't know. I don't know. It didn't do anything that looked synced, so I don't know. And then on the video this morning, I walked by. This has one orange light, and it's a Whitey, I think. It's driving by the gas pump. I walked by this red car on the video this morning that was just sitting. It had its lights turned on, but there was nobody in it, and it was just sitting there on the side of the street at an intersection. And like another stalker pulled up maybe at the intersection. But like nobody got in the car or anything. It was just sitting there turned on, but it had an 84 license plate though. And I think it was a sync. And I think it's a sync. Sync. time to sink again. I don't know if that was sink children. They didn't really look sink, so that's good. I don't know. Were they sink? Don't sink. I said don't. Don't sink. This car doesn't look synced really. It is maybe meeting the other one at the intersection or something. I don't know. No. It's synced harder out here. Oh no. I don't see anybody walking right now. I think I hear someone talking sync though over at the bar. This guy has a dim light. I hear someone coughing right now over at the bar. Sync. That blue car coming out of the Wells Fargo looks like a sink head. Is he a sink? I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe not. Alright. I don't know if anything happened when I walked by Harbor Bar that time. But the guy that was sync talking and sync coughing and standing in front of Harbor Bar, I think. He's probably touching his nose when I walk by it or something. I don't know. Is it a sink? Oh. Looks like a sink. This has a 33 and I think he's doing a sink ATM transaction next to me. I hear a honk. Honk. Sink. It's right at a sink place where they honked. Do you ever hear a honk right at a sink place synced? And it's like every time you hear a honk, it's synced? No. I see someone walking over here. Are they at a sink? Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. I think he was synced. I don't know. This looks synced. Look sync. I see this car poking out in front of me way up the street. When that car drove by me, I hear a sound right here. It's like, shh. Is it a sync? Is it sync? Don't sync. Is it someone that met me at the intersection? He's hitting his brakes right at the edge of the crosswalk. He's meeting a sync car. And they are sync. The silver car was out of here. He's like, sync you later. Sync, sync. This truck looks like it's turning synced right now. Is it sync? These are always synced. Is it sync again? They're always synced. That has a C3. C3s are always synced. I think every C3 is always sink, probably. Oh, time to sink. White truck. In this car. Don't think, just sink. The white truck is taking off right now over there, and he stopped at the intersection sink too. Before that, I mean, sink. And then he's gonna drive right now with the yellow truck. You hear him? He's sink. With the yellow truck, sink. Is it two red cars sink? And then I think it's black and silver. And then another red car. Is he a red car sink? Did he meet the other red car or something? What happened? Was it sink? Is this gonna sink? Is it black silver sink? I saw a black car turn, I think. Is it sink? Is it at a sink place where they sink? Is it sink? Is it gonna sink at a sink place? Synced. I hear an engine sound at a sink place. What's this? I hear it at a sink, and he's got a red shirt. That's a dim light. The sink. The sink. The sink. The sink. The sink. I hear these people like, whoa! I don't know if they're synced or not, but it might be synced. And usually when I hear that, it's synced. So, I don't know. Is it synced? This guy on the bike looks synced. Looked like he was at the center of the street. Sink. Looks like a sink. Yep, it's sink. I hear engine sound. Oh shit! Almost broke my ankle. Like this truck's sitting over here. I don't know if he's doing a sink. He's just sitting there. He might pull off and do a sink though. I see a red car and I see a white truck over there and I see a Domino's car. I hear woo. I don't know. Might be a sink. Might actually be a sink. I don't know. Might not be a sink. That's a sink. I think I heard a car door close when I walk up. Walking up sink. I don't know if they're synced. Are they synced? Don't sink. Oh! I think this is probably gonna sink. turning right here. It's a sink. And I walk up and it's walking up sink. Oh, he's not here yet. He's gonna drive at Center Street. He's driving at Center Street as if he's a sink. I don't know if they're synced or they synced. The white truck is turning sink. I think they're gonna get in this whitey next to me. If that was gonna happen, this car driving by it. Don't get in it next to me. Don't sink. Don't get in it right here. I hear bottles right here. Sink. I hear the bottles sink. No. They got in it after it, but the bottle was right there though. Is it a whitey sink though? Is it gonna drive by me at the crosswalk or something? Don't sink. This looks sink. Is this the whitey? Is he a sink? Don't sink. Alright, I didn't drive. I think that white car was driving in front of me when it drove by me. There's a white at the crosswalk. The white SUV turned. Was it sink? I don't know. I don't know, man. Was it a sink white? They're getting into it behind me, but it wasn't right next to me. You know, it looks kind of halfway synced, so it's probably a sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. I see this car sitting here. Is it gonna sink? It's white. It's turning on. Is it gonna sink? Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Honk. Did you hear the honk? Sink. The sink. The sink is sink. I hear people laughing behind me as this car drives up next to me. I see people walking as I'm walking by the bank corner. Almost. They're not right at the bank corner. They're not, but I hear people laughing again as I walk by them. So, I don't know. I think it's the sink. 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 Thinking it's the sink. He's gonna sit at the stop sign and wait, and then he's gonna drive when this car drives by me probably. Or he's waiting for people to cross. Never mind. Are they synced? Are they sync crossing? Sync. It's time to sync. It's always time to sync. This car pulled up at the door and it's white, I think. And there's other cars driving through. And the car door just closed over here. Oh, silver. This car just started when the silver car drove by me. I think it's black. Is it a black sink with a silver sink? They just walked up right now. Is it sink? This is taking off right now. Is it a sink? I see a car in the background, I think it was a sink. This white car looks sink. Looks like a sink. Looks like a sink. I hear engine sound. I hear car starting. Is it sink? Like I heard an engine sound right here, and then I heard a car starting right here, and they love to sink at this ATM. They love to sink there. And sometimes they'll sink at the curbs like that, and then I hear the engine sound behind me. I'm gonna drive by me now. I'm gonna drive by a harbor bar probably. Is it gonna be a harbor bar? Is it gonna sink? It's almost at the same time as a cop, and it was like at that door. It's right as he started to drive, and the door opened next to me. He's meeting a white sink, and it's gonna turn really slow sink. And they're making more sounds, and I think I hear people laughing at the harbor bar sink. Is he doing a U-turn? I hear the engine sound again, sink. Ah! I don't get a lot of U-turns. It's kind of rare to see a sink U-turn. But every time I see a U-turn, it's sink though. I don't think I've ever seen an unsink U-turn that I can think of. They're always a sink U-turn. And they're like, oh. Sometimes I've seen people, they like act like they're lost. Like they act like they don't know where their turn is or whatever. And they're like, duh. Is it over here? Oh no, wait, it's over here synced. This car is taking off. Is it synced? Probably. It's gonna drive forward right now, I think. No, it's not driving forward yet. Is it sync? It's just sitting there. Is it gonna sink? He's just sitting in the middle of a parking lot. What's he doing? Is he gonna sink? It says one light. Is it a sink? Is it a one light sink? Well, that was synced. I think I'm gonna end the video now. This car is finally driving out now as I'm crossing the street. I hear an engine sound behind me that's synced. He just turned out of the center of the street, synced, I think. I think it's a sync. This car is pulling up. It looks synced right now. Let's see what happens at the roundabout. So they love to do their roundabout syncs. So let's see what type of roundabout ritual they got synced up. And then I think I'll turn the camera off maybe, so we'll see. Maybe I'll go down a sync rabbit hole again and I'll be like, I gotta record more syncs. Cause this is too sync-tarded. These cars have really bright headlights. Are they about to sink? I feel like. don't sink. I hear sound. I hear engine sound. Is it a sink? Oh, is it a sink? This car looks synced. Is it Sinkhead Steve again? Is he synced? This has 64. Is it Sinkhead Stanley again? Is he a sink? Is it Stalker Steve? This car is straight down the street. Oh. Is it sink? Looks like sink. Looks like a sink. Here, let's see what bridge sink they got lined up for us. I'm going over the bridge. Do the bridge sink. This car is turning off its one lower light when it pulled up. Looks like a lot of whiteys. I think I just heard a dog bark right there, and I hear engine sounds. Definitely hear the engine sounds. Is it sink? Is it sink? Is it a bus? They like to sink. They like to sink right here. I think this is the same bus from earlier today. Is it the same bus? I think it's the same bus. I don't know. But that was crazy too. On that video today, there was a bus, and then there was, I think there's the other two buses coming in. It was the 3 buses, and they were all synced on the last video, or whatever video they were synced. And is it synced? There's a car at the same time, and is it synced? And is it synced? At each edge of the river, sink. No. And then sink. Sink. And then this truck is turning out right now. Is he sink? Probably a sink. Well, there went the bus sinks again. The same ones from earlier today that synced before. He's got like one headlight that's the one that turned out synced, and his one headlight is like a different color than the other one, and it's a sync. Did I mention it's a sync? I think they're doing a red shirt thing over there. Is it a piglet sink? Is it a pig sink? Was he pink? Did he sink? Oink oink. Woo! Sink. I think it's a sink. I think it's sink. I think it's sink again. Is he sink? Is his distant relative on sync? I think it's Whitey. Is he sink? Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Oh, they're walking up over there with the red shirt, with the stroller. The ones that look synced before. His car is stopping. Is it synced? Oh. Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. His car door is closed. Is it synced? Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. I see a silver car turning as a silver car drove by me. I think a sink. I think I saw a sink. I think I saw a sink or two. Or 5. Looks synced. Silver, silver. Silver, silver sink. What's this? Is it a sink? It's coming up with the bright headlights right now when I walk up. Is it a silver sink? Is it a sink? Sink.